Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name's Martin, welcome to my kitchen. Today we're cooking some dinner. Something spicy, something sweet, something salty. Crispy chili beef with egg fried rice is going to be a Far Eastern delight and something I'm excited to share with you guys. It's quite a simple one, but one I really want to share. So let's get underway. So to our pan with a little bit of oil, I've got some vegetables pre-prepared. I've got a really nicely diced up onion, quite a large onion, so if your onions are quite small, I'd say 2. 3 grated carrots. If your knife skills are really good, I guess you could just finely dice these. Mine aren't that special, so I grated mine. I've got 3 garlic cloves here, which I've just minced up. A piece of chilli, probably about 3 centimetres long, something like that. Season everything because I want this a bit hot. Thumb's worth of ginger, really nicely diced up as well. So that's all going to go in the pan. So all our veggies in the pan now, that's just going to cook down until it's soft. We don't want to get any colour on anything just yet. We just want it to cook down, get nice and soft. Right then gang, so whilst our vegetables are cooking, what we want to do is prepare our meat. So I've got some ribeye steak here. It's been out of the fridge for a few hours now, just bringing it nicely, gently up to room temperature. There's like some big lumps of fat here. We're cooking so fast today that these won't melt out, so we want to cut these bits out, but we just want to cut really thin ribbons. About this sort of size. Hello.
You know it's clean.
So our beef's now nicely cut up. You can see just how far a piece of steak will go if you cut it right up. So this is quite an economical dinner, to be perfectly honest. So now we've got a nice fine ribbons. What we want to do is toss that in our corn flour. Toss your meat real good. and that'll be good for frying.
Boy.
Right then boys and girls, our meat is nicely ready for frying up. So what we've got is a nice big frying pan to which we're going to put in probably about 1 centimetre of vegetable oil. And what we're essentially going to do is deep fry the meat. So if you've got a deep fryer, maybe use that. Just make sure your oil is nice and clean obviously. So I'm going to start with this. And we want to get this up to temperature, so I'm going to put this onto my big ring. You've got to be really careful with this guys, don't muck around with it. Right gang, our oil is coming up to temperature. So what you want to do is get your meat that we've corn floured up and gently place it into the oil. Always put it away from you, don't drop it in. Don't be scared of it, but give it the respect it deserves. And don't overload your pan as well, so just go gentle. Go steady, and it'll be good. You see, I've probably put about half of my meat in there. The rest we'll do in the second batch. Right then gang, whilst our meat's cooking away, what we're going to do is set up the little saucy bit that goes into make the dish basically. So I've got myself a little ramekin here, and what we're going to do is add to that some light soy sauce. So we want to go with quite a bit of this, but not too much because we don't want it overly salty, which is a mistake I've made before. And then we'll probably go in with, what should we say, 3 teaspoons of this I guess. And some mirin. This stuff is delicious. It's sweet rice seasoning, it says. I thought it was rice wine, but nonetheless, it's really nice. If you're looking for sort of Chinesey flavour, this is really good in stir fries. So we'll probably go in with about 2 teaspoons of this. It's thick, like a syrup. Give that a little mix up. And then we're going to put in some MSG. If you tried cooking Chinese stuff at home before and can't replicate the flavour, it's probably because you haven't got any MSG. So get yourself a little tub of it. It doesn't cost a lot, you can get it online. But yeah, I'd recommend it. So we'll probably go with about 1/4 teaspoon of this. About that. And then just mix that through as well. Some sugar for a little bit of sweetness. And we'll probably go with around a teaspoon of sugar. What I'm going to do, because we want that a bit saucy, is add a little bit of water and corn flour into that as well. So probably about a teaspoon of corn flour and a bit of water. Like that. And we'll just use some of the excess corn flour from the meat. It's about a teaspoon of corn flour. And just mix that through. Right then gang, our meat's all done, and I've just been decanting it into this bowl lined with kitchen roll, just to soak up any excess grease. Don't cover it up because it'll get steamy and then it'll lose its crunch. And that's all our meat done, so we'll just put this to one side for a minute. Don't forget to keep an eye on your vegetables. And as a side dish to this dinner, what we're going to do is egg fried rice. So I've got myself another clean saucepan here. That's going to go onto our high flame because we want to get this really hot. And we want to add some vegetable oil to that. Just a splash, not much. Like that. And we want to get this screaming hot before we do anything else. Oh actually, we can get an egg sorted. So I've got an egg and we'll put it in a ramekin, just give it a little whisk up. So our pan's nice and hot now with the little bit of oil, and we're going to chuck that egg in, and we just want to like make scrambled eggs basically. So just mix it all about like that, chop it up, don't let it stand still, and just get that nicely cooked. Chop it all up into little pieces, or big bits if you like big bits. So that's our egg nice and sorted, literally that quickly. And then I've got enough rice for two that I cooked up yesterday, and this is going to go straight into our pan. And we want to break all that up because obviously it's stuck together. Being in the fridge. So we've got our egg, we've got our rice, now we need to put some tasty stuff in it. So again, we're going to go with some veggies. So we want to go with, let's go with 3 pinches of that. 3 good sized pinches, all about the place. Good enough. And about 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Which is about that much. Good. And then we want to put in some dark soy. We don't want to go with a lot of this, just a little dribble. A little dab will do you. There, damn it. So that's all mixed up. That's just going to sit on the heat now for 5 minutes. About that, all the rice will break up and be nice. Don't forget about your vegetables. Keep mixing them around. Add a little bit of water if it's getting too dry in the pan. As you can see, our vegetables are now nice and soft. Like that, looking good. So what we want to do is add in our little sauce mix that we made just a moment ago. Chuck that in. Get all the goodness out. Give that a mix up. So our saucy vegetable thing is now looking delightful. It's gone quite saucy, quite thick. I've served the egg fried rice up, and what we're going to do is just chuck the beef in right at the last moment, which is now. Put your meat straight in, give it a good mix up, just to get it all coated in the delicious vegetables that we've done. Got our egg fried rice cooked up nicely. Let's dish a bit of this up. That is looking delightful. And we've got a couple of spring onion ribbons here just to top it off, give it a little bit of extra pizzazz. Oh man. And that is looking like a delicious dinner. Let's just give it a little taste. Oh, crunchy beef, slightly crunchy rice on the bottom. That's a goodie. If you like a takeaway shop, give this one a go. Proper nice. Cheers guys, like and subscribe, all that good stuff. Comment if you give us a go or if you've got any suggestions on how it could be improved. Otherwise, enjoy your dinner. Bye bye.